one, go. Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Dude, You Never Told Me.
Wait, do that again. Do it again. I flipped off the
Oh.
camera.
You flipped off the camera?
Boo.
Do it again. Do it again. Start over. Reshoot.
No, keep
No,
it
keep
going.
it
Then
in.
we'll just bleep it out.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to an episode of Dude, You Never Told Me. I'm your host, Anthony. Welcome to our show. This is a show about three best friends, just, chilling, talking, chatting, and trying to not get canceled. As I said, I'm your host, Anthony. With me are Devante.
Hey,
What's
I'm
up,
back.
man? Welcome back. And Alex. What's up, guy?
Hola, mis amigos.
So if you guys haven't been keeping up with our social medias, which I highly suggest that you do, one of us, I'll say Devante, just got back from a pretty long vacation, well-deserved, well-earned vacation. He was in Japan, and
Japan.
we didn't, with the time zone stuff, and just like we record every 2 weeks. We didn't get a chance to catch up with Devante while he was in Japan. So we'll take this moment to see Japan. Devante, how was your Japan trip? What did you do, my man?
Man, Japan trip was an adventure for sure. I got to go during the time of the sakura season, and so the sakura was very pretty, very sakura. I even have that meme where the anime dude, he's like this with the butterfly. I tried to recreate that with the sakura, so I'll probably post it on here.
That's cool.
Isn't sakura season last longer than it does in America, right?
Yes. Well,
because
this year it's been pretty. It was pretty long, 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, because I went.
It's been longer than usual.
To the cherry blossoms in DC, they only are good for a week and a half, maybe.
Oh, so, then yeah, it's about 2 weeks probably minimum.
Is DC the only place in America that has the cherry blossoms?
I don't Google it. I just know the cherry blossoms in DC.
Probably.
I'll leave it to the editor then. You tell us.
Perhaps. But yeah, it was a really good trip. I hadn't gone on a trip with my wife for a year and a half before this. I think the last trip was Hawaii for her birthday, which was a long time ago. And so now it was a great trip, 2 weeks. I would say the highlight, other than the food, was going to Naruto Land.
Nice.
Is that where we got this shirt from?
Heck yeah, dude! You want to see the back?
It's pretty. Dude, dope. Heck yeah, dude.
It's a pretty dope shirt.
Is that my gift you got me? Because that's dope.
Nah, it was my gift. I got you something else that you.
Okay.
I think I hope that you'd enjoy.
I'm sure I will.
Yeah, but it was a pretty good time. Naruto Land was great. I got to see all the main characters, Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata, and Iruka Sensei, and Kakashi reading his Icha Paradise.
Did you read his book?
I looked into the book, and let's just say it's PG. It's not PG.
It's not PG.
Nah, series 2 should be coming out soon though, or maybe not. But overall, it was a great trip. I went to Kyoto, and then we went to Kawaguchiko, which is right in front of Fujisan. And so we got to see Mount Fuji.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, on the first day. Oh yes, on the first day it was I was a little sad because it was rainy and cloudy, and I was like, no, I won't be able to see it. But then the next day was a perfectly sunny day, no clouds. I got to see it in full view, even with the snow cap.
Yeah.
So it really looked beautiful.
That's cool.
Literally the pictures that you see online, I got to see it in person. It was amazing.
Yeah. The rainy cloudy day was clearing the way for you.
Oh yeah, it really was. After the rain comes sunshine, and that sure is what happened.
There you go.
And then went back to Tokyo and had some fun there. Went to Akihabara, picked up some things for you guys.
Nice.
You have to guess the gift that you guys that I got for you guys. I
Okay.
got Anthony a mix of 2 gifts. So it's in
Ooh.
this bag.
Is it a practical gift, right? Because like for Christmas, you got me like really nice, like luxury soap, which is practical, which is my perfect gift.
Right.
So is it
This
practical? Or is
one,
it more of like more kiki haha fun?
there's 2 in there. One
Okay.
is Kiki haha fun,
Sure.
probably like a prop for you, and then the
Okay.
other one would be uh I think you would enjoy. You would enjoy.
Mm,
I hate to give it to you sooner than later though. That's probably a hint right there.
I hope you got me like those foam soaps, like the one that turns into a star on your hand.
Oh my god. I didn't even
I
give you something as simple as that.
No, hey, I got those from I think I went when I went to Taiwan, came back. I got like some of those hand soaps because we went to like the Don Quixote, like the discount store.
Oh yes.
And
Yeah.
so like
This is
I
awesome.
put it into like my bathroom. So my little cousin's a kid was like, "Uncle Anthony, your soap is broken." I was like, "It's not broken. You just have to push down on it."
Yeah, it's the push down
Yeah,
one, right?
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
If you got push down on it, it gets a little star in your hand. She's like, "Oh, I just pushed down, try scooping with my finger."
Oh no.
I
You're
saw
missing
I
the
saw
point.
that soap at your house, and I was
Cool.
like, "What is this?" And I was like, "I gotta push down on it." Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
cool.
Yeah, it's like and then
Yeah.
it's like a little foam thing on your hand.
So we have it now. It's our Asian soap, and in the bathroom we have
Our
our
Asian soap.
our michang soap, so which is just normal soap. It's just, okay, so it's not like fun Japanese hand soap. I don't know. I
No.
mean, I love good like figurines to put around my desk. I have to imagine it's close to that.
You're
Right?
close. You're close.
Cool.
You're close to the one of the gifts.
Okay. Is it something? I don't know, man.
You gotta use your mind. You
Use my
gotta use your
mind.
mind.
Is it an anime
Multiply your
character?
mind.
Is it an anime character? Or is it a video game character? Yeah, let's start. Let's
Video
go with
game
that. Video game
character.
character. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
From a video game, yeah.
Is it from League of Legends? Did you get me my boy Ezreal?
No. It's more classic. More classic.
Classic. You mean Mario?
Yeah. Close. Close.
You probably need to think more Japanese, Anthony.
More Japanese.
Japanese classics.
Yeah.
I mean, Mario's pretty classic.
Well, okay. Besides Mario, sorry, I meant to say that before you said Mario.
I don't know, man. There's so many people I can think of like video game character wise that I would enjoy.
Here, I'll give you a really big hint.
Sure.
Um,
Is it the genre game? Have I played
Super
it?
Smash Bros.
That's for Smash Bros.
Character that you played a lot.
Oh, is it Link?
It's from it's from
Yeah.
Link.
Nice.
It's
oh shit, that's pretty cool.
it's a puzzle. So like
Oh,
you
cool.
have to take the sword out of this thing here.
That's fun. Nice.
And so like it's for you to have on your desk and then try to figure out how to get the sword out, and then you can put it back together and have some other people do it. But supposedly it's pretty hard, so you can figure it out.
So for all of our audio listeners, Devante it's a master sword and like a stone thing that like a puzzle you have to unlock to get the sword out, which is good because like I am I don't know if you've noticed, but I like to fidget a lot. I have a really bad habit of like, fidgeting with my hands, and so this is like perfectly right up my alley.
Yes.
Speaking of fidgeting hands, did I tell y'all I got?
Oh, is that
you got those?
Yeah. It clocks everything. Wait, you got some too?
Heck
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Well, I don't have the thing for it like you do.
It doesn't like click. It looks like we have the exact same ones. That's hilarious.
I even have the finger ones where you go like this.
Wait, yeah, right here.
Am I just missing out on like a trend or something? Is this like the adult fidget spinners now?
No,
it's supposed to like train your forearm strength or something like that.
Yeah, it's like that.
Sure.
Just desk
with that ASMR.
Like I think my obsession of fidgeting at my work desk has been this like lighter that my friend gave me.
Oh, like played it off?
Well, no, it's like it needs like butane fuel, but I don't have any fuel in it.
Oh, did you run out?
No, it didn't come with it. So I just been doing this like all day long, like just like flipping it in and out.
Yeah, you gotta get that. The other present that I got you is I had to give it to you sooner than later. So hopefully, I think I'll see you next month. Yeah. But I got you some coffee.
Yum.
Some coffee beans.
Hell
so
yeah.
Hopefully you can enjoy in your slow mornings, you know.
Coffee.
I know you like to have your slow mornings and enjoy a cup of Joe. So
How do you say
hopefully,
coffee in Japanese?
just kohi,
Coffee.
Oh, kohi. Oh, that's
kohi,
right.
yeah.
Kohi.
Coffee is cafe in Vietnamese.
Hmm.
And then
That's
for
how you say it in
Alex,
Spanish too.
I kind of already showed Alex, but
What is that?
So
boom.
Oh, cool.
all I know about it was that you went to the Square Enix store. So I don't know exactly
That's
what it could be.
Oh, but you know who your
I mean,
favorite
it has to
character
be
is, so it's probably a little easy for
I'm
you.
gonna guess it's something to do with Cloud.
Cloud
With
Strife.
Cloudy Boy.
So I got you the 8-bit Cloud.
Ha!
Hey,
That's
yo.
cool.
That's so dope.
So hopefully it's still in the box. So hopefully
Nice.
you can enjoy
Oh.
it.
He's gonna go right back here.
And you can keep the bag since the bag in Japan costs money too.
It costs money too. I'll
Yeah,
keep
it's
the
like
bag,
5 cents
sure.
or whatever. And I got your baby girl something.
What is that?
A new passy.
Nice.
Hopefully
That's
she can
nice.
enjoy this
Thank
one
you
as
for
well
that.
as the other one.
She quite enjoys that passy that you guys got her, or Wakana got her last time. That's her. It's the only one she uses. She kind of uses the other ones, but they're, I don't know, for some reason the American passies that we have are all just they're bigger for the baby's mouth for whatever reason. I don't know why,
Mm.
but she likes the smaller ones for sure.
Dude, before I go into one more thing that I got, I have to tell you a quick story. So in Japan, Wakana had reserved this muscle bar that we went to
Nice.
in Tokyo.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
by muscle bar, it's like these macho Japanese men, right? You walk in and they greet you at the door and they're like, all right, we're going to pick you up. So they like pick me up and they bring me to my seat. And as soon as they bring me to my seat, I was like, all
Now
right,
let me lift you.
time for me to lift you up and bring you to your seat, or
Nice.
just bring you in. And so the heaviest dude, like he comes up to me, he's like, "You got me," and I'm like, "I got you, man." And so I pick him up. I'm like, this guy's like probably like he's pretty dense guy,
Yeah.
like 250 to 270. I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't lifted somebody like this in a while, And so I like,
Not since
I'm like struggling. I think you're the last person I lifted out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And so I'm like, at first I struggle, and then I get him up, and I was like, all right, I got him.
Nice.
But yeah, the whole macho bar thing, I was like, this is kind of fun, because they're just like this guy. He reminds me of my old coworker, and he's like, he's like speaking English, like it's not well, but like he's doing his best to speak English, and he's saying like the craziest off the wall stuff. He's like, I'm shy, and he's like, showing off his muscles and stuff, and like, he has like the short shorts and whatnot.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
he's like, I'm shy. Don't look at my asshole. And I'm like, what? Like, what is going on? And he's like getting the peanuts and he's like crushing it, and then like the whole time they're just all like yelling, like it's really like like they're just grunting and yelling the whole time and just like showing off their muscles, like, and it's like all women. And then there's this one guy and he does the traditional, like they turn the lights down low, they put on some sensual music, and they pick up this scrawny like Asian dude, right?
Yeah.
And then they put him down in front of the wall and they do the classic Japanese, it's called the kabedon, where they place their arm against the wall, and then they're like very close to the person. And so he's like, the buff dude is like doing that to like this guy, and he's like, oh, are you shy now? And he's just like just talking to him, and like we're all just like watching, and everybody's like, oh yeah. And it was just a great time. Like I would love to go with you
like a
guys one day.
show?
Yeah, it's kind of, it's like a show, but at the same time, it's just a bar, it's like a drink bar, pretty much. But it was a great time, man. I would love to go with you guys one
Dude,
day.
they should bring that to America. That'd be funny.
That's
kind of cool.
It'd be like the male strip club.
Well, I mean,
All I heard was
they
Devante
do
wants
got
to go
male
back to
strip clubs
Japan.
that are more
Sign
of a
me
show.
up.
I just imagine like, you know, it's the same energy of like Hooters. Like, you know, remember when we were a kid, Hooters was like,
Yes,
oh,
it'd be a man's
what a like
Scooter.
a scandal. Like, you know, oh, you know, Hooters always, you know, women in like, you know, tight tank tops. And it's like as a kid, you think that that's like the guy's like perfect fantasy world. Just imagine like you know, a muscle bar in America. Just everyone,
Pretty
Right.
much.
just all of them
That's all it
himbos out
is.
there.
Yeah. It's a guy Hooters pretty much.
Nice.
Yep.
That's cool. So
And so
which are they that makes
funny.
one of your like top 3 moments of your trip in Japan?
top 3 moments would be aside from seeing family, because family, that's always number one. But
Right.
aside from that, it'd probably be Mount Fuji was number
Mm.
one. Like seeing Fuji with the ice cap was or the snow cap was like that was beautiful. You know, I
Yeah.
was like, no wonder Japanese people think like this is beautiful, and it really was, especially with all the soccer and stuff.
Was this your first time seeing Mount
Um,
Fuji? In a while. Like,
and that close up, yeah, that was
okay.
the first time I've ever seen it that close up and like that, like picture perfect. Like it
Did you
was.
go up there to see if Red was still up there, ready to be challenged?
I was trying to look through the binoculars, man. But yeah, that was probably my number one. Number two, would be probably the for me it'd be the Naruto land, like going to
Mm.
Naruto land, and you know, it's like a little amusement park. And it was free, so that was probably the best thing
Oh,
about it. Yeah, it's free to get in. And then just like walk around. Uh, and then number three would probably be just having dinner with Wakana every
Mhm.
night. You know, that was like we went to so many different places. But out
yeah,
of
because
the
you
best
guys have
food was the
a
sushi. We had like a omakase sushi.
Yum.
you guys have an interesting schedule where you don't get to always eat together every night, so that must have been a welcome
Yeah.
change.
Yeah, it was really nice. Especially like in the onsen rooms, like we had like a traditional style Japanese meal inside our room. So like we don't go down to like the common area. Like they would bring it to us inside our room, and the room is like traditional Japanese. Like the mats are tatami, and the small like you got to sit down on your practically on your knees and have dinner. And then like the
Right.
person will come in and she would like explain the meal to you. Like she would be like, "Oh, this is like the appetizer.
Mm.
The appetizer consists of this, this, and this." And then I'll bring the main course, and then I'll bring the dessert. Um, and like she would just come into our room. And so that was like really nice. Like a change of pace.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that I'd say those are my top three. But
Dang. You gotta
my number
exchange
one.
notes, man. Because I'm going to Japan later this year. So
That's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta.
What do you know? Do you know where you're going yet, or?
I think we're just gonna stay in Tokyo, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you that muscle bar. I think Michelle will love it.
I think so too.
I'll let you go there. That place is
Okay.
awesome, dude. Maybe like Shibuya Sky. So there's Tokyo Tower,
Right.
Tokyo Sky Tree,
Yeah.
and then there's Shibuya Sky.
Oh,
And I
okay.
would say out of the three, I mean, you should definitely go see Skytree, but I personally like Shibuya Sky, where you go up to the top and I, when you went to New York, did you go to the Edge?
No, I did to Empire State Building instead.
Okay, okay, but you know what the Edge is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's similar to that. So
Okay,
like you
cool.
you would see like a 360 of the town. Like there's like a bunch of lights and stuff. Like I would definitely recommend Shibuya Sky.
Okay. Yeah, we
But
bought
yeah,
our
I'll send you some
tickets and
photos.
then we're now trying to plan some of the activities around it. I think we're gonna try to go to Tokyo Disney and then Tokyo Disney at sea because Michelle
Okay.
Ooh,
loves
at
like
sea.
like the
Yeah.
Disney stuff, and there's no such thing as Tokyo Disney Disney at sea or Disney Sea and in
Yeah.
America. And
Right.
Japan, like I've seen the videos of some Japan's ride, they go all out. Like it's a different atmosphere than like US Disneyland, Disney World.
Are you ready to go to Disney Sea, because Sea has all the rides.
That's fine.
Disneyland,
I
Tokyo
mean,
Disneyland doesn't have like as many
right,
rides.
but like Disney rides are pretty mellow comparatively to like Six Flags.
Wait,
I don't
can
know,
y'all tell me
man.
a bit more about this Disney Sea? Is it like
Wait,
comparable to
what?
Hurricane Harbor,
No.
or is it like a
Wait,
cruise line? Because I've seen
you've
cruise lines in
never
America.
you've never heard of Disney like Sea?
Why don't you tell me
Oh
more
my
about it? Because
gosh.
I don't think I
Yeah, yeah,
have.
yeah.
It's
Disney.
essentially, you know how like there's Disneyland in California, and then they made
Yeah,
Disney Hollywood Adventure or whatever.
yeah.
Essentially, Disney Sea is the equivalent of Disney Hollywood Adventure, where it's an extension of the park. But the way they do it, the theme is more of like the Seven Seas kind of like story. But essentially, it's just
Okay.
another park, but they have different like attractions
A
there.
park within a park.
No, it's like
It's like
it's a whole other park.
Whole other park.
imagine
Yeah, like
Okay.
imagine Six Flags, but Disney themed.
So kind of
That's
like how
that's
Universal
is
has
it
practically
really
what it
like
is.
Six Flags?
three
No.
different.
Think of like
Is it
Epcot with rides, and then you put it right next to like Disneyland. Like it's essentially it's like an Epcot.
Okay, okay, yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah,
Yeah,
like Epcot?
it's
Okay.
essentially like it, but it's like they don't focus on like real world, but they just have different stuff. Essentially, it's another Disney park. So imagine the same energy as a Disney park, but it's just another one. But the combination
Okay.
of what they have is different from what they have in America.
I
And
think
so,
you'd like Disney Sea.
oh, I think so
more
too.
compared to
Disneyland. Well, because like
yeah,
Tokyo Disney is
compared
just
to
like
Disneyland.
because I was Michelle's talk because she lived in Hong Kong, and so they also have a Disney World or Disneyland in Hong Kong or whatever. And she was
Okay.
saying how like Disneyland, like Hong Kong Disneyland, is very much akin to like Magic Kingdom. Like that's like they're like basically synonymous with each other. And so Tokyo Disneyland is also synonymous with Magic Kingdom because that's the iconic Disney like feature.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so Disney Sea is just another Disney park, but it's not. There isn't really a better analogy because it's its own thing.
I would definitely recommend Disney Sea over
Yeah.
the land. I feel like in Japan, Tokyo Disneyland is more for kids,
Mm-hmm.
and then Tokyo Disney Sea is more for like teenagers and adults.
Yeah,
And you can grab a beer at Tokyo Disney Sea. You can't grab a beer at land.
it's like Epcot.
So it is like
So yeah,
Epcot. Yeah.
definitely should go to. They have like the Toy Story Land at the
Mhm.
in Tokyo Disney Sea. I
Yeah.
think you'd like.
I think that's why
one
Michelle
that's
wants to go
really
check it out. Is that they just have different like combination and different IPs that they're celebrating at Disney Sea, and so for us it's just like another like cool amusement park that like we don't get a version in America. So
And make sure you stay till the night.
yes,
You'll get to see like the fireworks and the festivities.
right.
Yeah.
So I think we're trying to plan like a 10-day trip, like 10 full days in Tokyo.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah, it's a full day event though.
Yeah, yeah. So like
definitely
Disney would
get
be
your
like
walking shoes.
Disney would be like 2 days, and then rest of the
Oh,
day
yeah,
we would we would explore Tokyo and check out the stuff around it. So,
Man,
and
y'all are
then you
both
should-
going to Japan over here, and I'm like just taking care of a baby. I mean, don't get me
Hey,
wrong.
you can
love
go to
love taking
Japan
care of
too
the
soon.
baby. I would love
You
to.
gotta go to
I
Japan.
would
hey
love
man,
to.
man.
right now your kid flies free. Just saying.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
Actually,
It's true.
that's actually incorrect because one of my friends, she also recently had her first child, and I think
Mhm.
I don't remember where they're flying to, which airline they're using, but they were gonna charge her kid money to ride the plane, and the
Really?
kid's
The
like
kid-
less
wait,
than it's like less than a year
the-
old. She's
Was the
like,
kid sitting in her lap, or was the kid sitting in a seat?
I don't know. I didn't ask for details. All I know is they're gonna charge her money of like, hey, your baby infant that's like less than a year old costs money. It's not like a full price of a plane ticket, but still costs money.
Interesting.
Definitely need to look that up.
I think
I'm
if you're
curious
going
about that one.
international, you should be fine
Huh.
for the age
She
of
was
your
she
kid.
was flying international.
I know when I flew, so when I actually was one of the infants who flew on a plane at like 2 months old internationally, because you guys know, and for the viewers, listeners, my mom's side of the family's Colombian, so we went to Colombia, and she was taking me to the family. But yeah, I got to fly free.
Yeah.
Like,
But that was like 30 years ago.
I know. Hey, chill, chill,
Whoa,
chill.
whoa,
No, yeah, but yeah, no, it was a long time ago for sure.
But yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, your kid can fly free, Alex. So once you're at that right age where you say, hey, let's take her on our first international trip. Let's take our first plane ride. Go for it.
Hey, Hawaii is still up for the grabs
Hawaii.
for us. So I'm
Yes.
still would love to go to Hawaii with you guys, or as like couples
Hawaii.
and kid.
Hawaii would
That'd
be
be
fun.
fun.
I've definitely missed the Hawaiian energy.
Man, I'll say this: if my kid gets to go to Hawaii before the age of 5, that's crazy to think about. I never could have imagined going on a trip like that when I was a kid.
Hey, let's give her the opportunity. But
Right?
I was gonna say you should definitely go to Team Labs Border.
Okay.
Is one more place that you should go to.
Teen
I think
Labs Border.
yeah, that's where me and Wakano went. It's like all lights. It's like
Okay.
a light museum,
Yeah.
and I think you'd enjoy it.
Okay. Yeah.
Light Yagami,
Light what?
Light Yagami.
Yagami. No,
You got me.
I got you. There's one more thing that I got that I really enjoy. It's called a handy beer server. And what it does is it foams your beer pretty much. So like you pour it and then you foam your beer and it's pretty nice, you know. It's like very simple design, but it just gives you a foam at the top and
That
let you
perfect
enjoy
phone.
a draft and let you enjoy a draft beer at home.
That is so funny that you bring up something like that. I just saw this ad the other day where this guy, like, his girlfriend was ordering the beer for him, and they gave the guy, like, they gave her the beer with like half the cup full of foam and half the cup with beer, and she's like,
Mhm.
"My boyfriend will not accept that. You need to do this better." So then he does it again, and this time
Yep.
it's a guy, and he gives him like the thinnest line of foam, and he's like, "Where's my foam? This isn't properly poured." And then the third time he does it, it's finally perfect. That's
You
what it
need
sounds like, right?
Wait.
Yep, you
But
need the
does
7-3.
does all beer taste better with like a foam on it? I'm trying to think. Because like
I
I
think it's a
like
preference. I
Yeah, I
think
stouts,
it's
think
a
it's a
preference.
preference.
stouts, and I think stouts are good with like a foam on it. But like, I can't imagine like a blonde or like a lager. Well, I guess lager can have
You can have a
foam on
lager
it.
beer, like a
Yeah.
youngling with foam.
I can't imagine like an IPA with foam.
I don't drink IPA, so I
Yeah.
don't know. I think that's your realm of the
No, it's
bitterness of
definitely
beer.
The
Anthony's.
hoppy stuff. It's fine.
Ugh, I can't do it, man. I don't
It's
know how
very
you do it.
fruity. It's very like, but you know, but I think it's weird because like when you talk about fruity in terms of beer, it's a whole different realm than like fruity in terms of like, you know, like a drink.
A cider
A
or
cocktail is
yeah,
very fruity. I
yeah.
think it's very like berry, very citrusy, very like whatever. But like
Yeah.
fruity in terms of beer is like a whole different, you know,
It tastes
paradigm of
bitter. It's
flavors.
like fruity but bitter.
Yes.
It's a weird taste. I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't get past the bitterness whenever I drink it.
The IPA.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But yeah, that was one of my better buys in Japan.
So that's your favorite trinket that you got for yourself then, or do you have something else?
No, just this shirt and the trinket. That's about
Nice.
it. I didn't
Hey,
really buy. I
I
probably
know
bought
the
more stuff for everybody else than for myself.
That's how usually it is. I feel like when I go on
yeah.
vacation, I always think like, oh, what's a good souvenir to buy someone else? And for me, I just get whatever.
I know
Yeah.
not everybody that's listening can see it, but for the people who are watching, can you show them the back of your shirt as well?
Oh yeah. Boom. What's his name again? It's the original holder of all the tails. I can't remember his name. It's the
The
old dude.
Sage of Six Paths.
Yes. Yes. That's practically what the shirt is. Yeah, 6 paths. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. So for the viewers on
Yeah.
Devante's back, it basically has like all the little symbols that the Sage of Six Paths had. That I don't know if I'm describing this well, but Devante, can you help me out here?
It just if you're a listener, go watch our YouTube video. Remember, we do have a
There
video
you go.
version of our
There you
show,
go.
and so go give it a watch. Or at least like go watch about like 30 minutes into the episode and see what Devante's shirt has.
We'll
to
literally
say.
put a
There you go.
timestamp for you in the description.
Yeah, we'll mark it. That's cool, man.
But yeah, I feel like coming back, like I always have more stuff for everybody else than for myself. And I'm like, dang, I really didn't get anything for me, but that's fine, you know.
Are you feeling insane jet lag now that you're back?
I have for the most part fixed it
Nice.
because
Yeah.
I went back straight to work on Tuesday. So I was like
Jeez.
up. So it forces me to be
No
up. And
breaks.
so yeah, no breaks. I mean, I came back from a 2 week break, so I'm like, all right, I don't want to take any more vacation days pretty much. Save them for other days for the year. But yeah, so I've been able to fix it a little bit better than Wakana since she doesn't go back till tomorrow.
Ooh, nice.
She's been taking little naps throughout the day, and I'm
That's
like,
not good.
no, if I take a nap, I will ruin
I'll
my
just
sleep
ruin the
schedule.
cycle. Yeah.
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 And so I've been forcing myself to be up at least till 10 or 11, and then I'll go to sleep and wake up at 8 for
Yeah.
work.
Was that how you did it when you got to Japan too? Like, because I imagine that was a bit
Uh,
of a
so
whiplash.
luckily for Japan, we got there, and so every time we go, we try to get there in the evening, and
Yeah.
then so it's easier to adjust.
Mm.
Get there in the
Mhm.
evening, eat dinner, and then like you're tired from the trip, the air
Sure.
flight there, so you just kind of pass out, and then you start the next day.
Yeah.
So it's a little easier to get into the swing of things whenever I get over there. But coming back, it can be a little difficult. But this time, um, we had a little layover in Seattle because American Airlines screwed us. I feel like American Airlines screwed us pretty hard this time, man.
Yeah.
I
Oh
was like,
no.
Yikes.
because we had a direct flight from DFW or from Narita to DFW,
Sure.
and that's like a straight up 11-hour flight
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
But instead, it they canceled us like 2 days before, and they booked us for Narita to Seattle, which is
Okay.
a 10-hour flight, or yeah, 10-hour flight,
Uh-huh.
and then there was a layover from Seattle, in Seattle for like 4 hours, and then
Oh.
from Seattle to DFW.
Oh
And
my
so it was just like a
gosh.
long day. Yeah, we had like
You
probably
didn't
like
Wait.
you
almost
couldn't
20
find like a
hour.
different
Did
like
did
flight back?
No, that was the only flight back that
Interesting.
we could
That
get.
fit in?
did y'all
Okay.
get like a travel credit or anything for that? Because that's kind of
So
crazy.
this is the part where they screwed us, right?
Oh
So
no.
um American on our Japanese, so we got to ride JAL back, which is good because I like JAL.
Yeah.
Their seats are more comfortable and more space, and their meals are
Better.
much easier to consume. Yeah, and their
I
service
feel
is
that.
beyond
Oh my
whatever
gosh.
America could ever give. And so that was a good part about it. But American, they tried to give us this thing called Sakura Lounge, and Sakura Lounge is like like the executive lounges,
Sure, sure, sure,
the
sure.
fancy lounges, and
Yeah, yeah,
it was
yeah.
at Narita.
I think
And
it's
so we walk
Admiral Club
in,
for American.
yeah, pretty much. And so we walk in, and we're like, hey, like we'd like to use a Sakura Lounge, and then like I'm pretty sure that the lady saw that American had changed our flight to JAL, and so they
Yeah.
didn't. I don't. It felt like they didn't honor. They're like, oh,
Oh,
screw American, because
yeah.
that's on them, right? And so they didn't honor the Sakura Lounge, and so we're like, oh, okay, we can't use it, and so we kind of have to walk out.
What?
Yeah, and so we're like, okay, well, there goes that,
That's
Yeah.
lame.
Like
and
that
yeah, it
compensation.
was kind of lame. Yeah, pretty much. So we're just like, okay, well, American really screwed us this time. Like they took away our direct flight, and we didn't even get to use the Sakura Lounge that they quote unquote, wrote on the ticket. And so we're like, okay, American, you suck. but but it's all
I would
right. We got
definitely
home
be asking
safe.
for some travel credit on that one. That's wild.
No,
Yeah,
American Airlines, they're pretty like weird about like travel credit situation because like I rode American Airline when I went to Taiwan. It was like the first leg, or like I think the return trip was American Airlines, and like because our Taiwan plane was so late, like we couldn't make our connecting flight, so we had to get a new
mm,
flight. And I'm glad we
yeah,
we found one like that got us back to Austin at a good time. But like American Airlines, they were
right,
like really weird about like no, like because we
yeah.
found you a new flight, you don't get any travel credit.
Yeah, that's the part that I was like,
Mm,
okay, like just because you found it, but you're the one who canceled it in the
Yeah, in the
first
first
place,
place, exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, one
I
of
Well,
don't know.
my
I would at least try. It never hurts to ask. You never know what they're gonna say until you ask questions. I mean, coming from the industry I'm in, it all I can say is it doesn't hurt to ask. You never know what's gonna happen.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I'll
I
write
But
I'll
know
write a
if you
strongly
don't
worded
ask,
email.
you're definitely not gonna get
one
nothing.
of
You
my
know.
friends, I think her favorite American flight to use for international trips, for any leg of international trip, is United. She says United's they're pretty like whenever they inconvenience you, they're
Really,
pretty
United.
good at like giving you like compensation. Like they're
Hmm.
they're pretty nice about it. They're pretty generous. Yeah.
I've
As
flown
long as we
United a
all
couple
agree,
times,
Spirit
but
sucks.
hey, they're the only ones without any problem complications this year, though.
I don't
I
think
think I
they're
think they're
around
like this,
anymore. I
Well,
think that's why.
they merged with JetBlue. That's
what?
why they merged with JetBlue.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why you haven't heard any problems.
Yeah, I thought they were like number one or whatever, like this year.
If by
I
number
mean,
one
I
you
don't
mean
even know
because
if I'd
they don't
still
exist,
fly
then
it.
yeah.
I think I'm
Well,
so used to like a quality of life for a plane ride that like JetBlue
yeah,
Spirit just they don't
the
seem to provide for me at least.
mainstream.
Yeah, but I will say like
Yeah.
I feel like maybe it's just like international
Wait,
flights they tend to be like
what are you
better.
taking to go to Japan?
They've taken American Airlines all the way through.
American,
I think.
okay.
Actually, no. I need to double check. I think I forgot. Let me pull up my
Is it
tickets.
direct flight?
No. I think we go to DFW and then DFW to.
Oh
Japan.
yeah, that's right. You're coming out of
Austin.
you're coming out of
Yeah.
Austin, so it's
Yeah, so
that's right.
we're using American
That's right.
Airlines because we actually bought some of our we bought one of our tickets using Michelle's like travel points from our American Airline card.
Oh
Yeah.
you save so much money, man.
Yeah, it was really nice. So I'm trying to think, was there any other like I was thinking about like what are some when you were growing up or like when you were in high school and college other than Japan trip, which we were going to do, was there another place that like was on your quote unquote bucket list to visit before like you leave this earthly plane?
I heard Devante wants to go to Bangkok.
I would love to go to Bangkok.
Yeah.
I probably
I knew
will
it.
get to go to Bangkok in 2 years, man. In 2 years, I'll be
Oh.
able to go.
What are
Yeah.
you going to Bangkok for? Wait, like just
for one of my friends' wedding. You guys know him, but
oh
he might have a wedding. Yeah, he might have a wedding there, and so
Down in Thailand? Wow. Okay.
Hey,
yeah, Thailand, and so it'll be like a destination wedding.
are y'all gonna walk down that street?
I hope so. We might. I mean, we're
You said
only in
I hope
Bangkok
so.
I'm only there for 2 weeks, so I might as well. The first week is the batch trip, and then the second week is the wedding. So I mean,
My man is
it's-
looking to get harassed.
your man is looking to have some
Oh,
fun.
Nice.
Oh man, I've seen some videos pop up on my Twitter feed lately. I'm like, what is this street, man? Like they do
Yeah,
not
they be
play. They're like,
swarming.
Hey, man.
dude, it was wild. They just try to they like almost throw you into their building. Like if you're just walking by, like they
It's,
will grab you and they don't care.
Just aggressive marketing.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, it's
Aggressive marketing.
super aggressive. So I'll be there in about a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
man. I'll be curious to hear that story.
Where would you guys want to go?
Ooh, I mean, I definitely want to go back to Vietnam. I definitely want to go to Vietnam for the first time. I think that's one of my items.
I'd love to go to Vietnam with you.
I think Japan was a
gotta
bucket
go.
list place, so I'm glad I had to cross off my list already.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, I would love to go to like Europe sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still need to go
I
to Europe.
highly recommend Italy and Greece to y'all. If y'all never been. But I would love to still go to Japan. It's obviously one of my biggest bucket list places. And then I think the other big one is I really want to go to Australia. I think
Yes, I was
Australia
about to
would be
say that.
super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I
seeing
wanna-
the kangaroos there, or what do they call them? The sons of a
Joeys.
D. No, with Joey. You're right. Yeah,
The
so
baby
J.
kangaroos.
Yeah,
see the
that's what they
Joeys.
call them.
Joeys.
The Joey
The
Wheelers.
Joeys. Man, and then just I want to go to Sydney. I want to see that the opera house. Just like the views there. I don't know if I necessarily like want to go in there to see a show, but I think the views would be cool.
Yeah, I gotta go find Nemo. Finding Nemo.
There you go.
Yeah, you gotta go visit the Great Barrier Reef while it's still there.
Yes.
Oh man,
yeah.
true.
It is going extinct.
I think
That's true.
definitely one of my goals is to drive in every single state in America.
Oh, that would be
Are
cool.
you trying to go? Okay, how
I
are
want to
you
drive.
gonna
in
do Alaska?
Yeah.
You gonna
All right, guys.
fly
Yeah.
there and then drive?
All right, guys.
That's what I did with
got a
Hawaii.
plan.
I got a rental car in Hawaii.
That's true. Yeah,
It's very fun.
Hawaii.
Oh my god, driving in
Got a
Hawaii is
plan.
so different from like driving in Texas. It's like wild there.
Oh yeah, it's slower though.
It's so slow. What the heck?
Yeah.
All right. So, at some point, when the podcast is all we do with our lives, we go on a big trip and we just go through every state and we vlog it. Cool.
Sure.
That'd be kind of fun.
That'd be
Yeah, we
kind
can
of
go
cool.
see
wouldn't it?
all the. I feel like not a lot of like whenever I ask Japanese people like, hey, have you ever been to America? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, have you been to other parts of Japan? And they're like, no. And then like I feel like even Americans, like some Americans, they haven't traveled too
Yeah,
much
of
either. Like
course.
they're like, oh, I've been
It's
to
true.
like 1 or 2 states, but
Yeah.
never like
I mean,
more than 5 or 6.
like
Yeah.
none of us lives in Nebraska, but if you went to Nebraska, what would you want to see?
What's in
Nebraska
Nebraska?
Furniture Mart. No, I don't know.
You take my line.
No,
I
there-
don't know.
Right,
What
exactly.
is in Nebraska to see?
I don't know either, but like because we don't live in Nebraska, so like
we
I
would
feel
have
like
to go to Omaha, right? I feel like that's the biggest.
Sure.
It's one of the bigger cities in Nebraska.
Is that the capital of Nebraska? Maybe.
Yeah, it might be the
Okay.
capital.
I
I want to
mean-
say that's why I can remember it.
Either or, I think, until you live in like the state, I feel like there's a lot of times you don't know what's in other states. Like,
Wait, question. Let's see how many states we've been to collectively.
collective. Okay. Like,
Yeah.
well, let's say when you
It's like we've obviously all been to Texas.
been to, do you mean like actually stay for like a little bit and go, or like drive through is fine?
I'll say drive-through is fine, just to give us a little bit of an edge.
Okay.
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 Um,
So like I've been to Oklahoma.
I have
y'all
not been to Oklahoma. No.
Okay. How about Louisiana?
Yeah. Well, we all did. We
Yeah.
went to New
we went
Orleans.
to Louisiana.
Oh yeah, duh.
Um,
True. Would you say
Florida?
Devante, Arkansas?
Yeah, Arkansas,
Did not go to Arkansas.
I've never been to Arkansas.
Tennessee.
I have not been to Tennessee.
I want to go, especially because one of my boys lives there right now. So
Mhm.
maybe one day.
Have y'all
But no,
been
haven't
to
been.
New Mexico?
Yes.
Mexico. I used to
Yeah.
live in New Mexico as
Nice.
a kid.
When did you live in New Mexico? Wait.
When I came back from like as a kid, whenever my dad got stationed in New Mexico.
Huh.
Like
I had
yeah,
no
we
i-
came back from Japan.
Dude, you never
and
told
we
me.
lived-
Yeah.
yeah, we lived in New Mexico for like maybe 2-3 years.
Nice.
And then we came
That's
to Dallas
crazy.
Fort Worth. Yeah.
Wow.
What the heck? How did I never know this?
No, I don't think I've ever said it.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
dude, I never
Yeah,
told
there
you.
you go.
I guess I always assumed you were here just because like you talk so much about like when you talk about your childhood, like you talk about the church and you talk about like that one middle school you attended, but like I guess I never really thought to ask too much about the elementary school. So does that mean you went to elementary in New Mexico or what?
No, I went to elementary here in DFW. It was
Oh,
like
so
1 through 5 was like Japan and New
Mm.
Mexico, pretty much.
oh,
Yeah.
Well, that
okay.
makes sense. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right. Well, Arizona. Have you been to Arizona?
Not Arizona.
Been to Arizona. We went to Nevada. We've been to California. New York.
Okay, yeah. Been to both of
Washington.
those.
We went to
Washington.
Washington,
Okay, we went to Washington. I went to
Nice. I have
Oregon.
not been to Washington.
Oregon,
I went to
I have
Oregon.
not been to Oregon.
Ohio.
Ohio.
Chicago. Yeah, I've been to. Wait, no, that's Illinois. I've not been to Ohio.
I've not been to Ohio either.
There's nothing out there, but I
Have
went there for a
y'all
business trip.
been
Have you been to Illinois?
Illinois? No.
No, not Illinois.
Have y'all
Okay.
been
Kentucky,
I've been there.
to Missouri?
Missouri, yes.
Yeah,
No,
I've been to Missouri.
no,
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Mississippi.
nope.
Alabama.
not.
I have
No,
not been to
I've been to
Alabama
Alabama.
yet.
Did we already say Florida?
Not yet, but I've been to
Yeah,
Florida.
I've been to Florida,
I think we've all been to Florida.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I've been to
quite a
Pennsylvania.
few.
No. I know you have, Devante.
Yeah. New York.
You went to New York. Yeah.
I want to go.
New York's,
Haven't gone.
New York's phenomenal. You and Chelsea would love New York. New York's been.
Yeah, I think y'all would
Elsie's
like it.
been to New York.
Yeah.
I know she had
I
a great time.
love
She got to
it.
go to the she got to go to Broadway while she was there.
Yeah.
She said it was really cool.
Did she tell you, like, I don't know when she went last time when she went to New York, but they have like a essentially you can get discounted Broadway tickets.
Oh, like while you're there?
Yeah, so like it's like if you there's like a program where like all the seats that are unsold for like a current day's show, they'll sell them at a really discounted price.
That sounds like the
Okay,
way to
so
do
it's
it
like-
right there.
By chance, yeah. Bless you.
It's kind of like with
Thank you.
the Cowboys. Like if you buy the tickets day of, it's
Yeah,
cheaper.
and so like what you do is that they open like the booth at like 11, and it's right in the middle of Times Square, so you don't have to go that far out. And so you go there and you see what tickets are available for the shows that didn't like sell out or whatnot, and you can get tickets for like at least 80% of what the full cost was. That's what Michelle and I did, because like I think we were looking at tickets for Broadway. Like if you just buy them ahead of time, they're like expensive.
Super expensive,
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
and
I believe it.
so like we went to go see the Harry Potter like Broadway show, and like normal price is like $120 something, and we got ours for like 77 each.
Nice.
Pretty
Oh
good.
yeah.
Wait, have you been to the Harry Potter store? Alex,
In
you'd
New
love
York?
it.
Hell
It's in
yeah.
New York.
Yeah, I do. It's
I've
so
never
cool.
been to
Yeah.
New York, but I've
I-
been to Harry Potter World in Florida.
Oh well, you went to the best part, but I'm saying that
The store is really
that's probably
cool.
way better. But yeah,
Yeah.
the store is really cool.
store
You
is
yeah, if you
awesome.
ever get to go, you should definitely go to Harry Potter
It's
store.
in Gramercy.
Anthony, have you been to both the Universal Studios?
I have not been
Harry
to
Potter
the
World?
Universal Harry Potter yet.
Okay. I was gonna say if someone maybe had it would have been you. I would have
Uh,
asked you what the comparison was.
I
You
know
definitely
Michelle
prepare your
did
wallet for
the
it.
universe. She did the Harry Potter in Universal in LA.
Oh,
Well, I
okay.
guess in
I guess I'll have to
Burbank.
ask her about
Yeah.
it later.
No, the New York store is like blows the
Really cool.
LA one out of the water. Like surprisingly,
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's
really
really
nice.
nice. I bought my
okay.
brother the Ravenclaw wand from the Harry Potter store.
Oh, nice.
What do
Yeah,
you
they
mean
have
the
like a bunch of
Ravenclaw
wands.
wand? There's not a house specific wand. What do you mean Ravenclaw
Go
wand?
Google it, good sir. Just Google Ravenclaw wand Harry Potter NYC. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of wands in there,
Yeah.
Alex. Like prepare your wallet because you're gonna want to buy like
And
a
then
bunch of stuff.
right, it was cool because they actually
Right.
have like one of like the you know when you do movies, you like for these actors, they have multiple wands for different movies that they do.
Yeah,
Even for
yeah.
the same movie. So they actually have like the wand, like one of the wands that like Daniel Radcliffe used for like for
Oh
Harry
no.
Potter.
I don't know why I disappeared.
I don't know either. But
I'm back.
it's really cool. I love New York. There's a world where I wonder like, could I have made it in New York? Right?
I think you could have. Yeah,
You
you
probably been
could have.
fine.
Yeah, but
Out of
like
us three,
I don't
you
know.
have been
I
fine.
I love like the
Yeah.
big city. I love being able to take the subway everywhere. Oh my gosh.
Hell no.
There's
that
a reason
subway
why
is dirty as
you're
fuck.
in the city that you're in versus where we are right now.
Austin, I mean, Austin is not like, subway heavy. It's just like a lot of,
No,
rails.
but like it's more it was more city like living than where we
Oriented.
So,
yeah.
I don't know. Like I wonder if I could live in like Manhattan and then I look at the prices of a Manhattan apartment. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's double. It's probably like
Yeah,
double our rent,
jeez,
man.
jeez, that's
That just
wild.
comes with that just
With like
comes with like the way you grew up, I think, like you
with
see
like 500 square feet.
you have an idea of like what prices of things should be, but then you go to another part of the US like Manhattan or New York and
Right.
you're just like, whoa, why
But
is
even
everything so much
right.
more
I
expensive?
think that's why I really enjoy
Yeah.
like going to like New York and then LA and even Austin. Like you're hearing people like, yeah, I moved here from like so and so because I want to like make something like make I want to make my career. New York,
Make it big.
LA is huge into like TV, movie modeling, and all that fun stuff. And then New York is like
All
all
that.
these like business writers and all the all that kind of thing. And then Austin became like a tech hub. So it's really cool to see like, yeah, like I came here to like pursue my dreams and like nice, go you.
Yeah.
Look at you hustling
Like
out there.
all you're doing at the apartment is literally sleeping
Yeah.
because you're like so busy working and out and about that
Awesome.
like the apartment is just the bed. You
Yeah.
don't really need it.
I went to a restaurant in New York called like Rizzadora, and it's like it basically is like the basement of like of like an apartment like building, but it's really nice and like but the seating's so tight. And I sat there like, wow, I guess this is just like for me it's coming from Texas. It's like I'm used to like
Mhm.
a nice restaurant.
It's-
It's like very
it's bigger
spacious,
here.
very spacious.
Yeah.
But in this restaurant, it's like a Michelin star restaurant. It's like super like compact.
Yeah.
I was like,
Mm.
dang man, this is just like a
That's like
whole
everywhere in New York.
yeah, it's just a whole world that like I just love like the big city and whatnot. And like
It's
people are
tough
out.
coming from Texas where everything's bigger and then going to New York and everything's like, all right,
Cramped.
everybody, there's no such thing as personal space here. We
Hell
are
no.
all just gonna move forward and get to where you gotta go.
It's
You gotta
much.
step over some
And there's-
toes.
it's
And
funny.
there's no southern hospitality.
So that's the thing. So it's funny. So Michelle, when she's back in New York, she immediately reverted back to her like Hong Kong city girl of like you are
Really?
in your own, you're
Yeah,
on your own journey.
own
You just
bubble.
you go. You don't suffer nobody. You just go forward.
Yeah,
It is your life.
tunnel vision.
You are doing your thing and you're doing it well.
Yeah.
I was,
Yep.
and so I'm walking around. I'm enjoying it. I'm keeping up. There's this guy. I guess like he's like there's this guy. He's like a delivery person, and he just like drops. I think he has like a bunch of like empty like I guess like carrying carts or something like that. It's like stacked on top of each other, and like he drops all of it. I literally stopped
Oh.
and helped him pick it up. And then
Wow,
I'm just like,
that's
he's,
so nice.
he was so shocked that I was actually helping him picking it up.
You almost got shot, Anthony.
Why you stealing my stuff?
He
What do
was
you
just a
think
little
you're doing?
bewildered. Like I actually saw, like, hey, I picked up some of his little like cards and they put them, stacked them together, hand to him. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, thank you, man. I'm like, yeah, have a good day. He's like, what the heck?
Too nice. You're too nice.
It's like you're not from around here, clearly.
Clearly, yeah. Nobody holds the door open for you. Nobody says bless you when you sneeze.
Oh, that's a big one, true.
No, I love that city life. So I would love to go back to New York, hands down, in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Wakana loves New York, but for me, I'd say New York's
How do you
it's
compare to Japan? Big two. Sorry, how do you compare to Tokyo? Two phenomenally big cities.
so I'm biased because I feel more comfortable in Japan
Fair.
than New York, and it's a little more it's a lot more cleaner in
Yeah.
Japan or
Yeah.
Tokyo than New York. The seats aren't grimy when I'm on the subway, like it doesn't smell horrible everywhere. New York to me, I'm like, okay, whatever. But then like
What?
I love the jazz bars. Like I love
Mm,
the like going to different parts of the city and then
yeah.
like every part has its own culture. Like it's its own little atmosphere of what's happening.
Right.
And so I really like that about New York. Like it's always different wherever you go. Like the Big Apple is different from Manhattan.
Mm,
Manhattan is different from
like
what's the park
Queens,
called? Central Park.
Central
Yeah,
Park.
Queens.
Yeah.
Like it's all different atmospheres, even though it's all
Yeah.
right there. Like
Right.
DFW is like it all feels the same, but
Mm-hmm.
over there it's like all different in such a small space.
Right.
Yeah, Japan I hear has like some of the best transportation. Like you can get around very easily without the
Oh
need
yeah.
for a
And it's
vehicle.
cheap. It's super cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, because they have the bullet trains, what it's called, right?
Yeah, but
Yep.
that's like
Bullet
going from
train,
like you know
one
big
big
city
city
to
to
another big
another,
city. You
yeah.
don't. That stuff doesn't
Sure.
exist like internally to a
But
city.
even the local
Right.
lines are pretty easy
Yeah,
to
I
navigate.
remember.
Google Maps is your best friend, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Oh my gosh, those godsend. Even like I know Michelle raised about Hong Kong's like rail system is like really good.
I'd love to go to Hong Kong one day.
I do as
Well,
well.
maybe when they're
You should go with Michelle.
maybe when
You should,
yeah, I
you
was about
should,
to
you
say
should go
maybe
with
not
us.
by
Honestly,
myself.
Yeah.
you should go with me and Michelle, and her like her Hong Kong like survival instinct will just kick in again.
Did did y'all see that streamer I Show Speed how he went to China
He
recently?
went to
I think
China.
he's still in
Yeah.
China right
Yeah.
now, or he's like in the
I
Asia
don't know if he's
area.
still there, but
I think he's back. I'm not 100% sure.
Sure.
But
I know
that
he
guy's
was
got
there.
some funny videos.
Anyways,
Yeah,
I
I
think
would definitely love to go.
yeah, I think
They were saying that this man was single-handedly tearing down racism in China. I was like, oh
I
Hell
mean-
no, they're bringing
I
it
was
back
like,
slowly.
yeah.
In some scenes, I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
yeah. Like, what was it? The when he was in the car and the
Yeah,
guy
and
comes
then
up
the
to
guy
him.
gives him a KFC, and then he's like, "What's this?" And he's like, "Open it, open it." And then he opens it. It's a freaking banana. I was like, "Oh my god!"
And he starts going and he starts making like ape sounds. I was like, "There's no
Yeah.
way." That was
Oh, man.
crazy, dude. And
That was dope.
he's like, hey, hey, hey. Like,
But yeah,
man.
that's all for the stream, man. I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
for sure. He's definitely a great entertainer.
Just for
Like
the views.
his persona that he portrays in all his content. I don't know if it's like if he's doing a persona or if that's like just him, but he's pretty funny.
yeah. What was that staircase? What's the famous staircase that he got on? It's like the staircase that overlooks like China. I think it's on the wall, the Great Wall of China.
Oh,
Sure.
wait.
I
I
don't
don't think
I don't
it's
know
so
what it's
close.
called.
For a second, I thought you were talking about that thing that he had to like run in circles around to go up. He's like, "Look, guys, physics" or something like that.
no, it's like a staircase, and it's
Yeah.
like it's practically off the wall, and it overlooks. It's like super high up, but it looked pretty cool. So
I'll have to look into
I
that
would
one. I don't
be
know if
terrified
it'll pop
to
up on
do
my
that.
algorithm now that we've talked about it.
Pretty much, I would die. I would literally just freeze. I wouldn't even be able to do it. But I was like, wow, it probably looks beautiful up there
Yeah.
to be able to like see
Wait.
everything.
To look out and
No, I did see that because it's like if he goes down, he's gone.
Yeah,
And
pretty much.
he just went at it with no problem.
Yeah.
Did you see the one where he went up to the tiger and he started barking at the tiger?
I didn't see it, but I can believe it. He barks at everything.
Dude, this tiger was off chain, off leash. It had nothing holding it back. And he goes, "Can I touch it?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, you can touch it, but be prepared to run if we need to." He's like, "Okay." And he starts touching it. He's like, "Okay," he's patting its butt, patting its back, and then he goes, "Can I bark at it?" And they're like, and he just starts going, "Roo, roo, 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 roo." I was like, dude. The tiger was like just
All right,
yawning and
next
shit.
time we go to Hong Kong, Alex, you gotta bark at the tiger.
Why
And
do I gotta
me
bark
and
at the
Anthony
tiger?
we'll watch from a distance.
Oh my gosh.
So we can't start running, you know.
Hey, this guy had bodyguards ready to get in between him and the tiger. I'm gonna need some backup. Y'all are gonna be up there with me if I'm doing this shit.
No, you got it.
Let it be known Devante's trying to get me killed by a tiger.
Hey, better you than me.
Have you seen that movie Without a Paddle?
Uh-oh.
So you guys should definitely watch this, but there's a famous quote that my dad and I love to use. So
Mhm.
there's a scene where they encounter a bear, and one of the main characters, he starts taking off his shoes, and his buddy next to him, he goes, "Dude, why are you taking off your shoes right now?" He goes, "I run faster without my shoes on." And he goes, "Dude, you can't outrun a bear." He's like, "I don't need to outrun
I
the
said
bear. I
outrun
gotta
you."
outrun you."
What a classic, yeah.
And he's like, "What?" Yeah. It's
All right,
crazy.
we'll have to just trip Alex.
Oh my gosh.
No. Remember,
He's ready
if
to
it's
sacrifice
a
me.
black bear, you just gotta punch it in the face. Apparently, it works.
All right, punch the
No.
tiger in the face.
No, if we encounter a bear, Devante, you're hopping on my shoulders or I'm hopping on yours, and we're just gonna get taller than the bear.
Yeah. Oh, I think it'd be
No,
like a
it
Scooby Doo
doesn't-
moment. A Scooby.
Yeah. If we're taller than the bear, we should win. But also don't run, because that's the moment we're screwed.
All right, you punch him from above, and I'll punch him from below. And then Anthony will
Chicken
come out from
jockey.
behind.
It's gonna be like that chicken jockey meme from
The
Minecraft.
Minecraft movie.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go ruin some movie theaters.
Oh my god, dude. Have you seen some of those videos?
Have you seen the
Oh yeah, that's
movie?
crazy. I haven't
I
seen
have
the
not
movie.
seen the movie. I've just seen the
That
chicken
movie
jockey
is
scene.
surprisingly.
Oh, you
pretty
watched
fun.
it?
Yeah, it's
Wait,
surprisingly
really?
pretty
Did
fun.
your movie theater make it out alive?
Yeah, we're all like grown ass adults. We're not doing that shit.
Oh,
Did
I don't know, you
anybody
might have
like do
kids
the
in there.
memes?
No, because we watched it like literally much like the day it came out, like that Friday it came out, and like in front of us, like you can definitely tell
Before all the hype.
people are there are like this is like we're watching for a joke. So like the entire row in front of us is like all these high school kids, and surprisingly enough, it were kind of
They behave
reminded
themselves.
it reminded me of like when we went to go watch A Fault in Our Stars. Like there's just that
Oh.
row of like high school
Yeah.
kids, and then
Hey, but this movie is funnier than Fault in Our Stars.
it's funny, but in all seriousness, it's surprisingly pretty funny. Like it doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's great. It's if you need like a fun watch that like I just want some fun, definitely watch a Minecraft movie. Pretty good.
See,
I might wait
You
till
have to
that
go
one's
watch it.
free, but I think I'll
What?
watch it.
Gotta help it cross 1 billion. That's the goal.
Oh no.
and it's like the highest grossing this year, right?
It's,
Like
it's
like
500
something.
million. No, it's halfway to
Yeah.
a billion. You should help
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Help it reach a billion. Let's do
I
it.
heard worldwide it's not the best right now. I think there's a movie ahead of it worldwide, but I think that has to do part with like what's going on with, the world and everything that has been happening.
No man. Just
Well,
some.
you got to go watch it and throw popcorn and drinks at the screen, and bring a real chicken.
The
that's,
real
that's
chicken-
just
I
the
saw that.
that's just the
That was
Gen
wild.
Alpha and the Gen Alpha generation that's like doing that shit. Wow.
That's crazy.
Isn't that
They, like,
crazy
tore
to
out
think?
seats, you
Huh?
know?
Isn't that crazy
They
to
tore out
think?
seats.
Like, did you hear what Anthony just said?
The
Gen Alpha.
Gen Alphas? Yeah.
Gen Alpha. Like, it's not Gen Z anymore. That's the kids. It's Gen Alpha. Like,
Well-
that's crazy.
I remember a time when millennials, and then millennials now like we're the adults now.
What is your kid?
Yep.
Gen?
Beta.
Beta?
No, she's the cutoff for Gen Alpha.
Gen
She's
Alpha.
she's literally the last month of Gen Alpha and the last year. So literally a few days after she was born, Gen Beta started.
She might as well be Gen Beta.
She'll be like kind of
We
like
growing
when
up
we
with
I
were.
mean,
Betas.
that's like we're on the cusp
we-
of millennial and Gen Z.
Exactly. She'll be like that with them, like how we were with Gen Z.
But we act like millennials, not Gen Z.
Yeah.
Or so we'd like to think. For the most part, I'd say yeah. But I'm sure there's some things that we've done or said or familiar with that are Gen Z esque.
I think the way we
Like
act
old-
as
like older-
millennials, but the way
older Gen Z.
we can be Gen Z sometimes.
What does that even mean to be quote unquote Gen Z? Right.
What we're doing right now, a podcast,
Yes.
talking
Well,
about.
I feel like a podcast is very millennial to do a
Yeah, I'd say it's more
podcast.
millennial.
Right.
I guess the things that we talk about on here is like Gen Z ish. It's not really like old man. Oh, like in my day. Like it's more.
But I feel like that's
I don't know.
more of
It's
like a
more
Gen X
modern
and
day.
boomers do like all in my day. I mean, wait, don't you catch yourself saying
Yeah.
back in my day to like people who are younger than you?
Not really.
Really?
He says probably
Nah.
when I was little.
I feel like
or-
I act like them sometimes, or they act like me. I don't know.
I'm like talking to some of my interns. They're like, yeah, when I was your age, I'm like, damn, I'm saying that now. Because
yeah.
my interns, they're like born in
Oh.
like the early 2000s. I'm like, holy
I
shit.
don't work with like I'm like the youngest person,
Oh.
man. I don't work with
I have-
any young people.
Yeah.
I've
They're all
had
like
Chelsea-
old men.
I was in college.
Chelsea will
people.
get on to me sometimes, and she'll be like, "Alex, we're not Gen Z. You don't talk like that." I'm like, "What's wrong with saying these words?" Like, I'll say stuff like "cap" or I'll say,
Oh,
say
that brain rot
"Hey."
language.
That's cat, bro.
Yeah, the brain,
You know, brain rot.
the brain rot language.
The TikTok brain rots.
To be fair, I
Yeah.
do see myself like saying like these are terms that like Gen Z, like late Gen Z, Gen Alphas are saying, like aura farming. Like I caught myself saying aura farming once. I'm like, oh my gosh, I said that.
I've never said that.
Aura
That's funny.
Oh, because like
I can't see you saying it, Anthony.
well, because like I'm
Yeah, I can't imagine you saying that. That's funny.
No, because like I was like, I think I don't remember what the essence was. I was like, yeah, I was like essentially like I felt like I was aura farming for like a week, and I was like, oh my god, I said aura farming.
Is that Gen Z or is that Gen Alpha?
Gen Alpha. I think aura
Alpha,
farming
I
is
would
Gen
say.
Gen Alpha saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like
newer
Gen
term.
Alpha is the one coming up with all the terms,
farming.
and we're just assuming it's Gen Z because they're the ones right below us.
No,
but
I think I
it's
generally assume it's Gen Alpha coming up with all these like these new terms.
Well, that's good. That's good. I need
man.
to talk to my wife about that one. I need to set her straight. I think it's Gen Alpha coming up with all these newer ones.
Oh yeah. Well, a little bit of Gen Z. I think it probably comes from that same nebula. It's like
Sure.
the whole like, TikTok sphere of world.
yeah. Yeah.
That's cap.
It's funny. You should definitely like trace down the origin of some of
oh.
these.
My favorite one that I've said that Chelsea gets annoyed about, cooked.
Oh yeah.
She's like
cooked.
she's like, Alex, what is cooked? I'm like, it's like we're done or it's completed or it's cooked, it's cooked. I don't know.
You're cooked, bro.
I think
You're cooked.
earlier today I was talking to like someone from work, and like the person's like my age, and I was like texting like, hell, we can do this with like the application. This can be a little kind of sus. And she was like, whoa.
Oh yes, sus.
I think sus is still
I think that's
applicable.
more us.
You know,
isn't it?
like
Yeah, but like
I think you can still use
but it's
that
one
one.
of things where like the people who use sus came out from like the Among Us days, right? Like
Among Us,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But I feel like when we were in high school, we didn't use sus at all. But like
No, you're right.
using these short abbreviated terms didn't really appear. Like I'm not using them now that I'm like in my late 20s. Like what the heck? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think the abbreviated terms we had back in the day was what TY.
All the texting, all the
They're
texting
more,
lingos.
well,
Yeah.
they're more
all the text
practical.
ones.
Yeah, like they're practical.
They're very
terms,
practical.
Ooh, one of
but
my
not like
one of my
yeah.
favorite that like I learned pretty recently, and it's funny because like Michelle's dad does this. Is whenever he says thank you, he puts a 3 and a Q in our chat. And I think only Devante will understand.
thank you.
Yeah.
It's like Japanese.
Yeah. So in
Oh, that makes sense.
in Chinese, 3 is also san. And so it's like, so when he texts me to say thank you, he's just 3Q. And we're like, what? It's like,
It'll be easier or faster for him.
San Q.
That's funny.
Yeah, we're boomers now.
Don't say that, man. Like like it's what I asked earlier. Every day I'm not 30, I think about turning 30.
Oh my
You'll
gosh.
really be a boomer. You'll be unk.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
gross.
gonna be unk.
Um,
That's Gen Alpha for sure.
You unk.
You got
Anyways.
Anthony over here about to have a midlife crisis
Midlife
talking like
crisis.
that.
Oh yeah,
I know he
okay.
paused.
I think
Did you see his face, man? He was
Pause,
like,
in our next recording, we should do a 30 by 30. Like I have a list of like 30 by 30, and I was like looking at
Is
it
that
the other
what
day,
are we doing?
or just like things that we wanted to do before we turned 30.
Oh, okay.
And I was like looking through, like, holy shit, I created a 30 before 30 list. I was like, damn, man, I need to hustle. I only
know,
have so
I
many
feel
days
like
left before I turn 30.
you got not too much time, my
Yeah.
guy.
I just got one thing left, but I think I've done mostly
Nice.
everything I wanted to do.
Nice. Before
Just
you
have a
turn
kid,
30.
you know. That's the last thing.
Before you
I think
turn
I can do
30?
that.
I don't think you can do that before you turn 30.
I
You're
got one more
running-
year.
That's fair.
You better start. You better
Well-
start making some magic happen, my guy.
I got one more year, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not impossible. I'll give it that. I believe. I can attest.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
There we go.
well,
Oh,
that I
man.
think we'll end our episode for today. You know, pondering our 30 before 30s, and just pondering. You know, we are the representation of.
I'll think of some more.
I know what Devante is pondering over there, trying to have a baby before next year.
If you like our goofy antics, please subscribe to our YouTube. Please like our Spotify. Please visit our website. You know, and do our YouTube and that kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean, if you like what you heard from music wise, that comes from our good man Leviction. If you enjoyed our graphics, I give a shout out to our designer JT. He designs our backgrounds. And is there any other shouts you want to give out there? Any other news?
Thank you all
wanna
for
plug?
watching. We appreciate you every day. And remember, keep up that grip strength.
Yep. Follow us on Instagram. Watch our stories time to time.
Yeah, and you know, what's a favorite vacation memory that you've had? And leave it in the comments because I'm very curious. Because I'm planning a new vacation, so I would love some vacation ideas. And until then, everyone, have a good rest of your day. And talk to you later.
Peace. Dude, you never told. He's like, oh, are you shy now?